6.26. What was yours? And is this a very big positive?
Well, I think this is still above the RBI's comfort zone, by the way. So I think, and we were expecting how much higher inflation than what we saw today. So from an expectation point of view, this is definitely a positive surprise. But I think we should also remember that the rupee has been weakening. That FMCG, consumer durable companies, they have been passing on the rising input cost to the end consumer. They are going to show up in inflation going ahead. I mean, so not everything is maybe visible in this number. So there, I would say that this, from an expectation perspective, I think this is a positive surprise and I think much needed one. But I won't say that inflation risk is off the table at this juncture.
Okay. Well, let me get first thoughts from Sameer Narang as well. It's clearly lower than expected, much lower than expected. Sameer, your first thoughts, do you think May will now clearly be considered an outlier?
Well, Lata, yes, our estimate was 6.6. So compared to that, this is lower. But there is a base effect, which we should not forget. Last year, core inflation had gone up by 40 basis points from May to June. So perhaps this time, instead of accelerating, the base effect has played its due course. But I would not read that this will be start of a trend. My sense is that Mr. Joshi is saying there is an underlying cost push inflation which is likely to happen across durables, across and the services economy has yet not opened up. So once that opens up, you are going to see a cost push inflation there as well. So, and the other variable which is playing spoil sport is the monsoon now. It started very well, but Kharif sowing is far. So my sense is that things are not as good on the inflation front as this data is pointing out.
Oh, okay. Well, the governor in his interview to Business Standard was bold enough to say that we will not sacrifice the gains made on growth at the altar of inflation that easily. I guess he would be able to sound more confident in the August policy as well. Let me put that question to Jayesh Mehta. First, Jayesh Mehta, how do you expect the bond markets to react? We have seen the 10-year itself, the new 10-year being bid at 6.1, and today I think it inched up to 6.11. Will you expect a relief tomorrow?
Not really. I think not much change I expect on the bond, because I think right now the benchmark is, wherever the RBI decides to keep it. Okay. Earlier people were expecting 6%. Now people think that this 6.10 would be the new, kind of cutoff which RBI would expect or maybe keep it. So from that perspective, the market is, actually not really the decision maker for where the 10-year should be. Okay. But definitely on the short end of the curve, you would see some relief rally, at least on the 5-year curve or something like that. Because with this, definitely governor has said this earlier in the policy, again on Business Standard, and now, as you said, even in August, he can now confidently say that. So from that perspective, I think we will still have to look through the inflation. He will have to still keep it as it is for the work that has been done till now.
Okay. Well, I'll just come to you in a minute, Jayesh. Let me get the others on inflation as well. Anubhuti, how are you expecting that? What would you expect from the Reserve Bank? To do nothing at all on August 5th? They can simply reiterate their policy that they announced in the first week of June?
I think it would be broadly similar, but there will be a few nuanced differences. For instance, we are likely to see more discussion, more time being devoted to inflation, which was not the case in the June policy meeting. And but at the same time, I don't think that MPC/RBI will steer away its focus from growth. What's happening in Asia, the rise in COVID cases, even in, say, Europe, I think that's that, and what happened in India in May, that leaves us with very important lessons. And for next 3 to 5 months, our view is that MPC is likely to consider the rise in inflation as driven by supply rather than demand, and stay focused on growth for now till the time we reach a very decent level of vaccination coverage.
Anubhuti, I don't know whether you reviewed your inflation forecast for the full year. A lot of people, the RBI itself was standing at 5.1. They expected that it will move closer to 6. What was your number, and will you want to change it now after looking at the June number? I mean the full year average inflation.
So before the May CPI print, our full year CPI average was at 4.9%, which we revised up to 5.4%. After today's print, I really don't see any reason to go and change the number. Yeah, absolutely not. We'll have to keep an eye on risk factor for sure. For instance, like food inflation. One of the most important reasons why our full year CPI forecast is below 6% is because of our food inflation forecast at 4.2%.
Okay.
If that number turns out to be higher because of bad monsoon or any supply chain related disruptions, then with an average of core CPI at 6%, the headline number will turn out to be much higher. But as of now, 5.4% looks very comfortable to us.
Okay. Mr. Joshi, what is your take on inflation? We thought we are getting some relief from global inflation when in the first week of July, we saw lower steel prices being announced, even or NMDC cut its fines prices. But it looks short-lived. We are once again seeing risk on return, and crude prices, after falling to about $73, are going back above 75. What's your overall sense in terms of global and domestic inflation? Are we still staring at several months of 6% plus?
Well, I think as far as the global inflation is concerned, I think the central banks, both in US and now the European Central Bank, have also decided to become more tolerant to inflation. They have raised their inflation forecast, but that's unlikely to get reflected in major way in their monetary policy decision making. Coming to India, I think the part of the reason why many of the commodities are up, I think there is a pressure from demand as well, but it's also the base effect. I mean, compared to last year, the year-on-year inflation in these commodities looks very strong. And that's from a base effect perspective, that's only going to soften towards the end of this year. So I think there will be some natural base effect playing out for many of these commodities, I think, which will be more